vast new park in the heart of Cairo is changing the fortunes of this overcrowded area. Azhar Park is a $30 million project by the Aga Khan Trust for Culture to provide a green lung at the centre of the historic city. It's taken more than 10 years to transform the former rubbish dump into a 30-hectare park. 1.5 million cubic metres of rubble and soil were removed. Over 655,000 trees and shrubs have been planted. But this park is much more than a greening exercise.
You're actually changing the economics of the environment. So it's a platform for change. It's a generator of change.
We see change in the community. We see the change that this park will provide to the residents of Cairo. And we also see the change in the approach of government officials to certain issues that have been lingering, old laws that need to be looked at. And this project is providing an opportunity to re-examine these.
The most ambitious project in the Aga Khan Trust for Culture's Historic Cities programme, Azhar Park showcases the Trust's integrated approach to the revitalization of urban areas.
It's not only a park. Park is one of the components, but the bigger vision is improving the quality of life, not only for the people of Cairo, but for the adjoining neighborhood.
It's an approach that's developed through the Trust's involvement in many other Islamic cities.
I think it started by an awareness quite a long time ago that the Islamic world probably has the highest concentration of historic cities of any world culture. And there was a sense that the Islamic world and others were underinvesting in these historic cities, and therefore that there was a need for some real support there. I don't think the Trust for Culture in any of its activities other than in education would invest in cultural assets unless they were justified by economic returns to the local populations.
The local population here is in Al-Ahmar, the area bordering the park. It's one of the oldest parts of Cairo, and also one of the most deprived. The Azhar Park project has extended into the community, renovating some of the many historic buildings, including 1.5 kilometres of the 12th century Ayyubid wall that has been excavated during construction of the park. Monuments are often restored in isolation from the surrounding community, but the Azhar Park project sees the buildings as inseparable from the people.
The policy of this project towards integrating the work on the wall into the houses rather than separating the wall, in the long term makes the wall a very important part of their environment. And for example, a lot of these houses around here will be restored, lived in after this, and therefore they will be the people who effectively, one is hoping, will become the custodians of the wall. It will enter into their lives in a way which would be different to being just a separate monument and them living 15 metres in.
The wall, once a defence of the city, now unites the park and the adjoining neighbourhood.
I think with the park completed and the ability to see and walk along both sides of the wall has become not just a barrier, but becomes a feature which is a landmark by itself of interest to users of both sides. So by creating a park and bringing the population of Cairo, Greater Cairo, to this side of the wall, and fostering their interest in the old city, I think it's our hope that we will make a bridge across this wall.
In Al-Ahmar, initial scepticism has given way as hundreds of local people have found training and jobs in the park itself, or in the many restoration projects in the surrounding area, making Azhar Park a permanent and self-sustaining revitalization of old Cairo.